What's good YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Dylan and this is my review for the GoPro Hero 10. This device is a no-brainer for travelers, adventurers, sports people, or just anybody that needs a compact camera on the go. It's super fun to use and has really good quality coming out of it. I have some notes that might sway you in either direction whether or not to purchase this camera or not. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So personally, I've always wanted to have a GoPro camera, just like since the days of YouTube travelers. Watching all of those super cool cinematic shots, I wanted to be able to recreate that for myself, but I could never like dish out the money to get a device like this. So when we had an opportunity to film an obstacle course, I thought it would be a great time to purchase the GoPro, but because I didn't learn the settings well enough, the footage didn't look as good as we wanted it to, which is like one of those few notes that I want to talk about, is that you really need to learn how to use this camera before you go out and film with it. It's compact with so many features that it can get super overwhelming. So to prevent you guys from getting overwhelmed like I did, I'll try to break it down as simple as I can, just so that you can learn what the features the GoPro Hero 10 has to offer. I'll provide timestamps once I break the video up. First off, we can go through what comes in the box. It just comes with a little carrying case. If you get the standard model, it'll just come with the GoPro Hero 10. It'll come with a charging cable and a mount so that you can bring it to whatever situation you got going on. To turn it on, you just basically got a power button on the side right here. So you just gotta hold it and it'll tell you that it's powering on. It mainly got three features. It's got photos, videos, and time lapses. The first feature that we can talk about is photos. I probably won't be using it a lot just because we prefer videos anyways. On top of that, you can pull really good clips out of the videos itself, but I'll throw up some specs for the photos in case you were curious. A really cool feature that I do like is time lapses. Time lapses are super cool. You basically get to capture a long duration of time into a shorter clip so that we can actually see things that we don't normally get to see. Something that I always wanted to do was hyperlapses, and it's super cool and easy to do with the GoPro. It's just a setting in here called time warp, and it basically just helps you create a time lapse, but you can also move while you do, which is really cool. For general time lapses, they have great settings that will make everything a lot easier for you. If you wanted to schedule your time lapse and like just during the sunrise, you can set it to wake up at 5 a.m., shoot for your 2 or 3 hours, and it makes a really cool clip for that. And then lastly, obviously the main feature is videos, which is jam-packed with features, so it does take some learning to get to. I'm gonna list like a whole bunch of specs of the camera. Basically, this camera has a 23.6 megapixel sensor, which is crazy for such a small device, and it lets you shoot from 5K down to 1080, from 24 frames per second up to 240 frames per second, which can make for really cool slow-mo videos. I'll put up some clips of the comparisons of the quality, but honestly, we don't really have computers that can handle such a high quality videos and high frame rates, so we will definitely have to be playing with optimized media to edit this video. After you figure out your resolution and frame rates for your camera, you also have lenses to look at. I mean, obviously it's a fixed lens right here, but they let you change between different views. Like they have a super wide view lens, they have wide shots, it becomes less fishbowl looking, and then they have linear, which is basically like this camera, it's just a straight on shot. There's like a narrow feature, but something I found really cool was they have a horizontal lock shot. Basically it films and keeps the horizontal flat, like linear, throughout the entire shot. It doesn't matter how much you move it, shake it, jump up and down, it'll always keep it flat. I mean, there is a tipping point because it's just software based, so it goes up to 45 degrees, I think, until it turns. So it's right there. This is 45 degrees, and that's when the horizontal kind of flips. But I mean, it's really impressive that I could just do this, and the footage basically looks flat the entire time, which is super cool. So GoPro has like 3 color features. There's a vibrant, a standard, and like a flat. Along with those 4K settings, I've never really played around with color settings. This is my first time filming in something flat, even on my Canon. But I've learned that through here, the flat lets you keep more of your dynamic range. You can basically adjust the video footage to make it look however you want, which is super cool to have as a feature. So all of these video footages was just filmed in their regular stabilization. It's just their standard stabilization. GoPro has 4 settings. It's just basically off, standard, high, and then they have a hyper boost like stabilization, which is supposed to make it extra smooth, and all of that footage is incredibly smooth. You can probably think that this was filmed on a gimbal, but nah, it's just literally free ranged with the GoPro. Some of the really cool settings they have are like Hindsight, which basically means it'll always be recording for a set duration of time, 15, 30 seconds. That way it doesn't kill all of the memory in your SD card. One thing that I found really weird was that I just downloaded the Quik App, which is basically the companion app for this camera. I kind of just assumed that a live preview would be available while you were recording, but it seems like that's not an option. The GoPro Hero 10 comes with a front-facing viewfinder, so it's not a big loss of not having live preview while recording, because this is super helpful, especially if you're like travel vlogging. But there are some settings that I would recommend, because there was a time when I was recording but I didn't realize I was recording. Even though it was flashing red, I just kind of assumed that I would be able to see a visual. So you want to make sure that you have your front viewfinder on all the time. Another really cool feature they set for video was QuikCapture, which makes it even easier for vlogging. Let's say if you just wanted to capture a quick moment, you just got to press the record button on the top and it turns on pretty quickly, which is super nice to have, especially when you're traveling. That way you don't have to carry too many things. This thing just literally fits in the palm of your hands and you can bring it wherever you want. The one thing I would note though is that the audio recording isn't the best. What is it called? With wind reduction on, camera with wind reduction off. But one of the recommendations that I found was that if you can actually get a wind screen protector, it makes it sound that much better. Or you can opt in to purchase a media mod. The only downside of that is that it becomes a little bulky, but it is an option if you want this to be your vlogging device. Another cool feature on the GoPro Hero 10 is that it is a waterproof design. I'm too scared to test it on this device, but I will take GoPro's word for that and all of the amazing clips that everybody else has been filming with it. It shares the same body as the GoPro Hero 9, so if you have previous accessories on the 9, it'll all work for the 10. And if you have a GoPro Hero 9, you can actually just purchase the hydrophobic lens itself and just switch it out and put it onto the camera to help you save some money. I'm not sure what this thing is, but that is not the battery door. The battery door is actually over here with this little clip. I actually find this battery door really difficult to open and close, so I may just be doing something wrong. That is something to keep a note of, but I think that's just a me problem. Behind the battery door is where the battery is and the SD card and the USB-C charging slot. I honestly don't know how all of these people are able to do like adventures, like jumping off of cliffs and stuff and film, because we were just doing an obstacle course and I ended up filming for 7 minutes because I didn't know this thing was on. But that being said, I think we were filming for maybe like 2 hours and we got about 40 minutes of footage. So it's still pretty good for such a small camera and a small battery that can film that much. I didn't do a deep dive into a battery test, but I can link one down below. I find it really difficult to charge this because I'm scared of breaking off this door, but was happy to find out that these doors are really easy to interchange. And they do sell third-party doors where you can just stick the USB in directly without having to open it every single time. And then lastly, this is the GoPro Hero mount. Apparently all the action cameras have followed this design. So what we did is we just bought one of these large kits from Amazon that just had a bunch of accessories that could be used for the GoPro. And I'd recommend doing this first too, just to learn what accessories you'll actually want to use when you're filming. And then when you do know what you want, you can buy the nicer ones from GoPro itself. If I were to do it again, I'd definitely buy the GoPro accessory bundle because it comes with like a selfie stick, an extra battery, which would be super key to have, especially when you're filming for longer days, especially if you're traveling, and you get to save money with the GoPro subscription. And it's definitely worth it because the subscription comes with unlimited cloud storage. The app is really cool because you can edit, upload your files, transfer it to your phone, and makes it super easy to do everything via the app. Which brings us to price. As you can see, all of these accessories, everything will kind of add up. The GoPro is actually a great deal for just the camera itself. It's about like 400 USD or 600 Canadian after all the discounts and the taxes and shipping and everything. It's a decent price for such quality camera and just being able to have it on the go. But with all of those accessories, it can push you up to almost like $1,200, which is quite a bit of money. And I don't know if I'm personally prepared to spend that much right now. Yeah, personally, the financially wise decision for us to do right now is just to return this because I guess I just don't have that ROI on it right now because I'm not pushing out that much video content yet. That being said, if you are a traveler or like want to film all of your tricks and sports and adventuring that you want to do, this is a great compact camera to have on the go. It's such a small form factor. It has such good quality footage and it'll be really fun to use. That's my review for the GoPro Hero 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comment down below. Thank you so much for watching this video and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.